So I did want to start this video by trying to get you guys to guess what it is I'm driving, going by the fact that it's fast, it's very quiet, and if I start to pan around, you can see the glass shape and the body shape. But of course you've probably seen the title and you've probably seen the thumbnail, so you actually know what this is. It's this. It's not the Tesla Cybertruck. It's not the Tesla or Tesla Cybertruck. It is in fact the Coil Savanna. Oh, and by the way, actually I'm kind of curious, how do you guys say Tesla? Do you say Tesla or Tesla? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm actually quite curious to see what people say. But this is the lore-friendly version of the Cybertruck for GTA 5. Now, this car is actually not new, but it's new to the public. This was a car that was made to be exclusive to a very specific 5M server, but they have now released it to the public, and we can now go ahead and drive it and check this thing out, and it does actually have a few tuning parts. This thing is also incredibly fast. Considering it is a big pickup truck, it's pretty quick. It really picks up well, but then that fits in with the whole ethos of the Tesla-style cars and the just electric motor cars in general. So let's just take a look around. Oh, and by the way, I'm using a camera mod that is a bit different to the one that I usually have. I'm just trialing it out. I'm not entirely sure about it yet, although it does have the options for filters, which is a nice touch. But yeah, if the movement looks a little bit jankier than usual, that's why. So on the interior, we have these seats at the back here. Not really much room, not much headroom as well for this giant sloping bit here on the roof. But then we also have the front seats. We've got a bunch of what looks like very coarse fake leather. This is definitely not nice leather. This just looks like fake, gross leather. But as you can see, we've got the steering wheel. We've got all of the just basic infotainment stuff. This is definitely not... Oh, this is going to be a problem if I can accidentally hit that all the time. This is definitely not Tesla style, but it does have a big screen, bigger than usual, but it doesn't have that simplicity that the Cybertruck has, especially as this one actually has a full wheel and not a weird strange wheel like the concept does. So here we have the front with the weird light system going on. In fact, I just want to see what this looks like at night. Ah, okay, so it actually has that bar on the front, gives us plenty of light, and then on the back we have these lights right here. Pretty interesting. Okay, so let's just open up all of the doors. So we have the front doors. They just open up as usual. They do look very strange, though. Definitely wouldn't want to walk into something that sharp. Then we also have the rear doors. Actually, I don't know if the doors open like this or if they are sort of like suicide doors on the rear, but I kind of feel like that would look a little bit better to the shape of this car, especially because it sort of like peaks like a mountain here. You would expect the doors to sort of like an RX-8 or something. I don't know if that's how the doors actually open, but either way, that's how it does on here. Then we have the Frunk right here, just nothing there but some storage space. And then on the rear, ah, look at that. We've actually got a double animation as well. We have the hatch, and we also have that as well. It seems to like switch between. Wow, okay. So on the tuning parts, there is actually something that requires us to have this open. This is very loud around here with all these helicopters and stuff. But this is very much like the proper Rockstar car that you would expect in online with a bunch of interesting stuff. On the chassis here, we have options of stuff like an ammo store. This is very Rockstar, I feel. In fact, I'm kind of curious to see if Rockstar does bring out a Cybertruck style car. It would be silly for them not to, considering just how like famous this car is at this point. You would expect them to make a spoof. But this one has the ammo store. Then we also have the chain smoker, which adds a bunch of cigars and cigarettes. We have the builder coil. This actually has just a bunch of car parts for a regular coil. Oh, what's this one called? I can't remember what this model's called. But either way, parts for another Tesla inside there. Or another coil, in fact. We have the smuggler's truck, which has a bunch of interesting material that must not be named for monetization purposes. Then we have the human organs and other sort of medical stuff. Then we have the toxic waste that just has a bunch of chemical and bio waste in there. Then we have the knockoff shipment. We've got a bunch of fake watches. In fact, let's just zoom in that way. Look at that. Got some watches. We've got some medallions. A bunch of watches in there. Got some fake ear bleeds. Some fake iFruit laptops. I like the detail that's gone into this. This is awesome. Bunch of computer parts as well. That is very cool. Very cool. And then we also have the portable museum, where it seems to be carrying just a bunch of, I don't know, awards or sculptures or something like that in a bunch of crates and stuff. I like these options. This is very Rockstar. I do appreciate this. I think for this one, I actually like this builder coil setup. Because it's like someone's got their Tesla truck and then they've gone and just like got spare parts out of a scrapyard for one of their other Teslas. Right, let's just close everything back down now. So for the other parts, on the spoiler, we actually have 13 spoiler options. And I can tell you now, I hate all of them. Because this is not a car you have a spoiler with. I mean, maybe a sort of square looking ducktail, but anything like this is just so wrong. And then we have the Type 2 in some different options and the GT. And then we have this rear mounted one. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't suit the body lines of this car. Of course, the mod maker has really just taken parts from other cars and just put them on to work with this one, which is fine because it's obviously a lot quicker to make. But I think actually in reality, if someone was to add a spoiler to a Cybertruck, it would have to obviously be sort of like very flat and straight lines and matching, but it would just have to correlate with the angle of this. You either have something coming off there or something like in the middle. I don't know. I'd be interesting to see how, if this car ever does come out, if someone was to make a spoiler that works for this, but none of those work. Then on the skirts, we have the options of the big skirts. Again, this just makes the car look a lot more normal. Again, these are like soft parts. These are rounded parts. These are like what you'd expect to find on a regular pickup truck. Especially this one as well. The tube skirts and the tube skirts Mark II. Again, the mod maker has just taken these parts from elsewhere to just make some tuning parts, which is fine. But I'm hypothesizing in my mind how these would actually fit with the Cybertruck. And again, we need more angles, we need more weirdness. But I don't think these actually really match up with this car anyway. But it's interesting. Then on the hood, we have the utility kit, which is going to add a shovel and an axe to the front, which is pretty interesting. Or we could have the bullhorn. Again, that I actually like that because it's like a tie to how pickup trucks used to be. So again, I guess that makes sense where all of these parts, they are sort of like tied to what you would expect from a regular pickup truck, but this is definitely not your old regular pickup truck. I actually like that utility kit. I'm going to go for that because I've got an idea in mind to really change this up. Then on the roof, we have the option of a light bar, or we have the big rack. And I like this because the rack actually does match up with this, even if it is a bit smooth and tubular looking. But all the angles and the way that that comes down to there, I do like that. It does fit in a lot better. And then we also have this, where we're just carrying a railgun strapped to it for some reason. Again, this feels very Rockstar. I'd expect them to sort of come up with like a military version that would actually have a weapon on the top. But this does actually have a Coil branded railgun strapped to the roof. And actually, I'm going to go with that because that sort of goes with the idea I had in mind. Now, for the engine, I guess we could upgrade this transmission. Not that you have a transmission. It's just one gear in this thing. On suspension, we can lower this. Doesn't really do much. On the windows, we can go ahead and tint them. I'm going to tint them. No extras, but we can go for a turbo. I don't know how this is going to sound with an electric car. We'll find out in a minute. We also might as well make the Type black as well, because I do like to have that nice understated black plate. I haven't gone back and changed all my settings again since I've done the video, yesterday's video in fact, on installing mods. So actually, if you do want to find out how to install mods, you can go to yesterday's video and check that out. I know a lot of you guys wouldn't have been interested in that, but I felt like I had to put it up anyway. And we'll just knock these numbers up because I kind of want to take this on a high-speed run, but not too crazy because this is already pretty quick. However, what I do want to do is I want to go to paints because I want to see this in a different color. So I'm going to go for a matte olive drab. Oh my god. I tell you, we've become so used to just seeing this in one color that it just looks so weird seeing it in a different color. A white version? A purple version? This is so weird seeing this with actual color in it. Oh my god. Okay. Wow, I think for this one I am going to go for that military look, so I'm going to go for olive drab. Also, what do we have in Benny's? Oh, we do actually have a couple of extra things. So on the vanity plate, we have this, which just adds this weird symbol. I don't really know what that symbol represents, but it adds a symbol around the car. And then we also have arch covers where we have, oh my god, we have some full-on front bars. We have the light ram. We have the reinforced ram. Oh my god, we have the heavy ram. And actually, I kind of like that because it's pointed, even if it does look a little bit rounded elsewhere. We also have the lighter bar, we have the rally bar, the heavy bar, and the mega bar and winch. Oh my god. Okay, I actually really like how that rally bar looks. That is kind of cool. I like that, actually. Okay, I'm going to go for that. And then I'm going to go for wheels. I'm going to go for off-road. And let's just grab one of these at random. And in fact, in the black as well. That is perfect. Oh my god, this thing is mad. Right, let's take this onto the road. In fact, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go the wrong way and try and rejoin the highway the correct way round. And off she goes. Ooh, okay. It's pretty quick. It does actually top out quite quickly, I will say. But that acceleration is mad. In fact, that is actually quite true of the Tesla. It accelerates fast and then just sort of dies out after like 110. That seems to be how this car feels. And I mean, it wouldn't be that aerodynamic with this giant railgun on the roof. But there we are with the Savanna. It is so weird. Now, I do want to do one more build. Of course, I do want to try and stance it. I just want to see how it looks. It might look stupid. I don't know. But I want to try. I want to just go for a bright color, lowered, crazy wheels, bit of camber. Let's see how it turns out. And here it is. Get a load of this. Oh my god. This looks so strange. It looks so weird because it's just so long. I don't think you realize how long this is until you really get it low to the ground. And it just looks ridiculous. And I've got to say that these arches definitely don't really fare for having you getting like flush fitment or anything like that. So the fitment isn't great. It's literally just some wheels that I've just stretched out. I've made them smaller. I made them a lot smaller because the wheels in their standard fare barely fit in the arches. So I had to really shrink them to get it properly low. But we went for this. And I actually really like this front end. I know it doesn't really match because of the whole tubularness. But I think it matches quite well. And I mean, we could actually just go to menus customs and we can go to skirts. And I could maybe even add the tube skirts as well. Of course, now you can see how big the wheels are supposed to be. We can go back to tires and we can make that as wide as it's supposed to be. And then bring that all the way down to there as it's supposed to be as well to get that low. And, well, here we are. Incredibly low. Unrealistic. I don't think we will ever see a Cybertruck that ever looks anything like this if we do get the Cybertruck. But I really just wanted to see what this looked like, and there's part of me that thinks that this is so out there and amazing that if this turned up in a car show, this would... every single person in that car show would walk over and have a look. You know that would happen. It is just so crazy that I do kind of like it. I like it in a I don't like it, but I like it sort of way. There's loads of cars that I don't know why I like it. This is just one of those things. I can't tell you why. I think it's just because it is so weird and different that I'm just excited to see something weird and different. But yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous. And I actually think this looks awesome in yellow with the matching yellow wheels as well. But well, that's going to be it for this video. That is it. I'm leaving this on a strong note of a stanced Cybertruck-esque car. A law-friendly version, the Coil Savanna for GTA 5. I do think that Rockstar will make their own version of this in a coming update, because I know that there is news of more GTA 5 updates to come, at least for online mode, nothing for single player. So I do kind of expect them to make something like this, but we'll see. We'll have to see. But until then, we can just enjoy this one. But that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have got all the way to the end of this video, you can say... Ooh, Celtat. You can say Celtat in the comment section below, just to let me know that you watched the whole thing. But that is it. I know the video that I uploaded yesterday wasn't really my usual programming, but I wanted to get a proper updated video on how to install mods for GTA 5, and I tried to cover as much as possible because I know that I still get a lot of comments from my older videos from people that are confused, or the methods that I gave don't work properly anymore, or there are easier ways to do them. So I wanted to give a nice update version. But yeah, back to usual programming. I'm hoping to also get an automation video out maybe sometime next week. We'll have to see. But I've just had a very odd schedule recently. But anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're doing amazing. And that's it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.